A letter to my 40-year-old self. Wisdom from the future. Hello, dear friends of meaningful living. Today we have something truly special that I believe will touch your heartstrings. This isn't just a story. It's a heartfelt letter from the future written by me, now a 60-year-old woman, to my 40-year-old self. Imagine if you could send a message back in time to your younger self, to offer the most important advice. That's exactly what I did. In that old photo in front of me, you look young and smiling, but I see so much anxiety in your eyes, so many unanswered questions, so much desire to do everything and please everyone. I remember every doubt, every worry that gnawed at you from within. And I so want to hug you and say, sweetheart, I know what you're going through right now. This letter is my gift to each of you, my heart poured into words, to share the most valuable lessons I've learned over these 20 years. My goal isn't to lecture, but to be your beacon, guiding you through storms of doubt to the calm harbor of true peace and happiness. Prepare to hear what might change your perspective on yourself, your priorities, and your life. About self-acceptance in your body. Oh my dear, remember how every morning you'd look in the mirror and see only flaws? If only I could lose another 5 pounds. These wrinkles around my eyes betray my age. My arms aren't as firm as they were at 20. I remember that endless chase for an ideal imposed on you by screens and magazine covers. You exhausted yourself with diets, spent hours at the gym, comparing yourself to unattainable images and forgetting the true joy of movement, of living fully in your body. What a futile battle that was. It pains me so much to see how you then failed to appreciate what you had, your energy, your health, your uniqueness. So, listen to me now, because this is the most important thing. Your body is not an object for criticism, but a miraculous temple that carries your soul through life. It allows you to hug your children and grandchildren, dance to your favorite music, feel the warm sun on your skin, savor every meal. Are a few extra inches around your waist or a new wrinkle worth the inner war you're waging with yourself? In these 20 years, I've learned that true beauty comes from within, from your kindness, your radiance, your wisdom. With age, you'll realize that it's far more valuable to be healthy, energetic, and have the strength for an active, fulfilling life than to conform to someone else's idea of an ideal. Love yourself unconditionally with all your peculiarities, scars, and changes. After all, it is these very things that make you unique, that tell the story of your life. Your self-worth is not measured by clothing size or smooth skin, but by the depth of your soul and the light you bring into this world. And it is that light I see in you now, looking from the future. That light, that is your true, incomparable beauty. About relationships and the importance of love. Your relationships are the most valuable investments you make in your life. I remember how sometimes you were so absorbed in work, household chores, or your own worries that it seemed there was no strength or time for a heartfelt conversation with your children, your husband, or even just a phone call to a friend. How you postponed family trips, saying, "It's not the right time. I have to get this and that done." And then those moments vanished forever. Don't repeat those mistakes, my dear. Love sincerely, forgive quickly, speak openly, don't be afraid to show your feelings. Cherish every moment with those around you. Children grow up so fast you won't even realize it. And then you'll remember every one of their smiles, every heartfelt conversation, every drawing they made, preserved in your memory. Will you be able to tell yourself that you were there, that you listened to them, that you taught them the most important things, love and kindness? Your partner is your support, your most loyal friend, your safe haven. Support him, be there through thick and thin, laugh together, discover the world, and never, ever forget to tell him how much you love and cherish him. And your friends, oh, those golden people who know you best, who have seen you in joy and in tears, who have shared your sorrows and your victories. They are your valuable resource, your support group, your reflection. Cherish them, don't let daily life tear those bonds apart. They give you incredible strength and a sense of belonging. True love is not just passion, but also deep understanding, unconditional respect and care that grows with the years like a fine wine, becoming only more valuable. Don't regret the time spent on shared memories, because they will become your most precious treasure in the future. About the value of conversations with children. I remember one evening when I felt too tired to listen to my daughter's endless stories about her day at school. I almost said, tomorrow, but something stopped me. I sat down next to her and just listened. And that very evening she told me something truly important, something she never would have shared if I had brushed her off. Those 15 minutes became one of my dearest memories, when I realized how important it is to be here and now for my children. About supporting your partner. When my husband faced great difficulties at work, I wanted to solve everything for him. But wisdom came with time. Sometimes the best support is just to be there, hold his hand tightly and be silent. To let him know you believe in him even when he doubts himself. That invisible support was more important than any advice. About your own desires and life's purpose. You probably constantly put the needs of others above your own, don't you? But I'm a mother. But I'm a wife. I must do this for them and my desires can wait. This is noble and important, but, my dear, you're forgetting about yourself, about your own dreams, about that little girl inside who once dreamed of drawing, writing poetry, learning to dance salsa, or traveling the world. I remember how you wanted to learn Italian, but there was always some more important reason to postpone it. Or how you gave up hobbies because there wasn't time, or it wasn't serious. Don't repeat this, my dear. Don't let the world make you forget your dreams, your desires, what ignites your soul and fills you with energy. Make time for yourself, for hobbies, for what truly inspires you. Even 15 minutes a day doing something you love can fill you with strength and restore your sense of self-worth. Life isn't just about duties and sacrifices. It's also about the joy of discovery, learning, self-expression. Don't be afraid to try new things, to step out of your comfort zone. Remember how you were afraid of something new, and then it turned out to be the most interesting adventure or the most pleasant event in your life. It is there, beyond the familiar, that true life begins, full of bright colors and emotions. Your purpose is not to be perfect for everyone, but to be a happy you, authentic, alive, full. When you are happy and content with yourself, you shine, and that light warms everyone around you, making the world a better place. About a new hobby. I always dreamed of learning to play the piano, but there was no time, and I felt awkward. At 50, I finally took my first lesson. At first, it was hard, my fingers wouldn't obey. But this new passion gave me so much joy, so much feeling of life. I realized that it's never too late to learn and realize your old dreams. The main thing is to take the first step. About health and inner strength. Health is your most valuable asset. It's the foundation upon which your entire life, your independence, and your ability to enjoy every day are built. I see how sometimes you neglect sleep, skip breakfast, drink too much coffee, overload yourself with work and other people's problems, and postpone doctor's visits because there's no time. Believe me, with age this will take its toll much faster than you think. I remember how I used to think I was too busy for morning stretches or an evening walk. What a self-deception that was. Listen to your body. It speaks to you, don't ignore its signals. Proper nutrition, sufficient sleep, and most importantly, regular physical activity are not whims or luxuries, but vital necessities. Find your form of movement that brings you joy, not just fatigue. Perhaps it will be morning yoga in the living room to quiet music, water aerobics at the local pool, energetic dancing to your favorite 80s tunes, golf with friends, or simply daily, invigorating walks in the fresh air at the park. You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Even light but regular physical activity will maintain your energy, bone strength, joint health, and mental clarity. You'll be surprised how much better you feel when your body is grateful. And remember, stress is a silent killer, slowly undermining you from within. Learn to rest, relax, find your islands of calm amidst the daily hustle. Don't feel guilty for taking time for yourself. It's not selfishness. It's a vital necessity for your mental balance. Perhaps it will be a short meditation, reading a favorite book, a warm bath with essential oils, a quiet walk alone, or just a cup of your favorite tea in silence. Or even a short afternoon nap if your body asks for it. Sufficient quality sleep, your best ally in the fight against stress and fatigue, providing restoration and clarity of thought. Don't underestimate its power. Learn to let go of control for at least a few hours a day. Allow yourself to simply be, breathe, and enjoy the moment. About the importance of rest. Once, I reached complete exhaustion trying to be a superwoman for everyone. My body simply shut down. That's when I first truly felt the value of peace. I allowed myself to spend an entire day on the couch with a book without feeling guilty. And that, doing nothing restored me better than any vacation. I realized that rest is not a luxury but an investment in yourself. Your inner strength is boundless. You've already been through so many trials and have become wiser, more resilient than ever. Trust your intuition, your inner voice. It never deceives you because it knows you best of all. I know this for sure. about trusting yourself and inner peace. My dear, at 40, you might still be seeking external validation for your decisions. You ask friends for advice, read books, try to follow someone else's rules. I remember that feeling when it seems everyone around you knows better how you should live. But now, looking at you from the future, I see that the wisest counselor has always been within you. Learn to listen to your inner voice. It's not an abstraction. It's the quiet yet persistent whisper of your intuition. How often did you ignore it, yielding to external pressure or societal expectations? With age, you will understand that your inner voice is your most faithful guide. It never lies. It leads you to your true path, to your genuine desires. Trust it even if logic or fear says otherwise. This trust will become your greatest source of peace. Embrace your uniqueness. How much time did you spend trying to conform to someone else's idea of what a woman, a mother, a wife, a professional should be? You strove for an ideal, forgetting that your true strength lies in your uniqueness, in who you truly are with all your quirky habits, favorite books, and unusual dreams. Don't be afraid to be different. It's liberating. It allows you to breathe freely. Find peace with imperfection. Life doesn't demand perfection from you. It demands sincerity and openness. You will make mistakes, my dear, and that's normal. Learn to forgive yourself for them because they are not failures, but valuable lessons, stepping stones to wisdom. Every imperfect situation, every wrong step is part of your unique journey. The ability to accept your imperfections is the path to true freedom from self-criticism and unnecessary burdens. Cherish solitude and silence. In a modern world dominated by constant noise, information overload, and the desire to always be connected, finding time for yourself, for reflection, for inner dialogue, it is not just a luxury but a vital necessity. It is in silence, in peace, that you find answers, replenish your strength, and hear your true voice. This is your personal space for growth. Learn to let go of control over what is not in your power. Remember how you tried to control everything and everyone, from work results to the mood of loved ones? From the future, I know. Some things are simply beyond your control. Life has its own flow. The ability to let go of situations, people, expectations, that is the path to true freedom from anxiety and inner peace. Trust life, trust yourself. About the things around us and true value. My dear, at 40 you might still be caught in the idea that happiness lies in quantity. In the quantity of things you can buy, in the new clothes hanging in your closet, in another piece of jewelry in your drawer. I remember how you could spend time and money on things that didn't truly bring genuine satisfaction, but only a fleeting sense of novelty. From the future, I see that true happiness is not in quantity but in quality, and not in accumulation but in conscious choice. Don't lose yourself chasing fashion trends or advertising promises. Don't buy everything indiscriminately. With age, you will understand that it is far more important to have a few truly beloved items that bring joy, that have a story, that reflect your true self. This might be a warm wool coat that has kept you cozy for years, or a favorite book you return to again and again. I remember buying one expensive but perfect vase. At first, I doubted if it was worth it. But now, years later, I look at it and it reminds me of beauty, of a moment of joy. It's not just a vase, it's a work of art that delights the eye. And how many things were bought just because, or because it was on sale, that are now gathering dust in the closet? Let every item in your home have meaning. Surround yourself with things that lift your spirits, bring a smile to your face, have a story, or are truly functional. This also applies to clothing. It's better to have a capsule wardrobe of quality, comfortable, and beloved items than a closet crammed with things you never wear. This is not minimalism for minimalism's sake, but conscious consumption for inner comfort and peace. You will free up space not only in your closet but also in your mind. About money and the true value of wealth. My dear, at 40, the topic of money might cause you a lot of anxiety. You might be thinking about savings, about providing for your children, about stability. All of this is important, but I want you to look at money from a different angle. Money is a tool, not an end in itself. I remember how I used to think that the more money, the more happiness. From the future, I see that this is not true. True wealth is not just the numbers in your bank account, but also your time, your health, your relationships, and your inner harmony. Don't live just to earn more. Find balance. Invest in your development, in your rest, in experiences, not just in material things. I remember how we used to refuse small trips to save money. But now those memories would be priceless. Instead of worrying about every penny spent, invest in what brings joy and creates memories. A life story. Once I hesitated for a long time whether to buy tickets for my favorite performer's concert. It wasn't cheap and my inner accountant screamed no. But I dared, and that evening became one of the brightest memories. The emotions and impressions stayed with me for a lifetime, while the money saved on something less important would have quickly dissipated in everyday life. Learn to appreciate what you have and be grateful. This doesn't mean not striving for better, but it means finding happiness in what is now. Develop financial literacy, but don't let money control your life. Let it serve you, not the other way around. True abundance comes when you realize that the most valuable things in life cannot be bought. About connecting with nature and home comfort. My dear, amidst the hustle and bustle of daily worries, you might have forgotten about the simple things that bring the deepest peace. I'm talking about connecting with the earth, about the unique harmony that nature provides, and about your home, which should be not just walls, but a true sanctuary for your soul. Rediscover the power of nature. This isn't just about walks in the park. It's about conscious immersion in it. Feel the sun on your skin, the wind in your hair, the smell of fresh grass after rain. Observe the birds, how the seasons change. If possible, start a small garden or even just a few vases with houseplants. Gardening. It's not just work, but a true meditation that teaches patience, the cycles of life, and brings incredible satisfaction from every sprout. Walks in the fresh air are not only about fitness but also an opportunity to reset your brain, get rid of unnecessary thoughts, and fill yourself with energy. Nature is our best healer and source of inspiration. Create a cozy, functional, and safe space in your home. Your home should be your oasis, a place where you feel absolutely comfortable and secure. Pay attention to the small details. Soft pillows, a warm blanket, a favorite mug, inspiring books. Rethink the organization of your space. Make it easy for you to move around with everything within reach. Safety in the home becomes especially important with age. Good lighting, comfortable furniture, and no unnecessary obstacles. Consider minimalism and decluttering. Remember how many things you accumulated just in case, or because it's a shame to throw away. With time, you'll realize that these things start to own you, not the other way around. Get rid of the superfluous, that which brings you no joy, has no meaning, or simply takes up space. Keep only what is truly important, what has a story, what pleases the eye. This is not just about order in your home. It's about order in your mind and soul. It frees up energy for more meaningful things. Small details that make a house a true sanctuary. It could be the scent of your favorite candles, quiet music playing from speakers, fresh flowers on the table, or simply clean windows through which sunlight pours. Create rituals. Morning coffee on the balcony, evening reading by the fireplace. Your home is a reflection of you, and by making it a place of peace and beauty, you will give yourself an incredible sense of harmony. About living without regrets and learning to let go. My dear, at 40, you might still be carrying the burden of past mistakes, unfulfilled dreams, or resentments. I remember how you could spend hours replaying a situation, feeling guilt or regret. From the future, I see that this burden prevents you from breathing fully. Learn to forgive yourself for past mistakes. Life is not a perfect plan, but a path full of challenges and opportunities for growth. You did the best you could with the experience you had at that moment. Every mistake is actually a valuable lesson. Accept them as part of your unique experience, not as reasons for self-blame. Forgive yourself because you are worthy of it. This frees up an incredible amount of energy. The value of experience. Every challenge makes us stronger. At 40, you might still be afraid of difficulties, seeing them only as obstacles. But from the future, I know. It was precisely those moments that seemed unbearable that made you so wise, resilient, and strong. Don't avoid challenges. Embrace them as opportunities for growth. Every overcome trial is a new level of your personal strength. The importance of letting go of what no longer serves you. This applies not only to material things, which we talked about, but also to relationships that have run their course, old resentments, unfulfilled expectations that are no longer relevant. Remember how you clung to what had long outlived its purpose? The ability to let go is the path to true freedom. It makes space for new things, for freshness, for something better to come into your life. Let go with gratitude for the experience, but without regret for what has passed. Find peace with the past to live fully in the present. The past cannot be changed, but you can change your attitude towards it. Instead of dwelling on what ifs, focus on what I can do now. Analyze, learn lessons, and move forward. Every new day is a blank slate on which you can write a new, happy story. Your present and your future deserve your full attention and energy, unburdened by the ghosts of the past. My dear 40-year-old self, I know you are strong, intelligent, and sensitive. I see how much you can achieve and how much light you can bring to this world. This letter is not a set of strict rules or lectures, but rather a warm hug from the future, my sincere desire to support you and remind you of what truly matters. Live fully, love sincerely, laugh heartily, and never, ever forget that every day is a priceless gift, full of opportunities and new discoveries. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because that is where the true beauty of life lies, which you will certainly uncover. Change, grow, but always remain true to yourself. I sincerely hope these words resonate with your heart. And remember, I am always here for you. With boundless love, your older self. We hope this message from the future inspired you and gave you new thoughts to ponder. If this video was helpful to you, please give it a like and share it with anyone you think it might help find their way to a more meaningful and happy life. Subscribe to the Meaningful Living channel so you don't miss new videos with advice that makes our lives brighter and more peaceful. See you next time.